Well, folks, we're hiking out of somewhere. Where are we hiking out of? Granda? And we're off to, where are we off to? Fonsagrada or something like that?
A
Fonsagrada.
I'll put the correct spellings on the screen for you folks. But it's gonna be a little bit of a hill coming out this morning. And then supposedly it's gonna flatten out. I don't know. Supposedly this is the last day of the hills.
big.
Every day someone says that though, so I don't know. It's all sounding so sus.
There's still hills, but they're not the hundreds of year tall hills.
But hills nonetheless. So there you have it, folks. Hills, hills, hills. What the hell? Anyways, we'll check back in very shortly. Until then, buen camino.
Did somebody say Santiago?
Hills.
Okay, this is ankle twisting terrain. Might as well film.
Yeah, it sounds like a really good idea. A few minutes to trip on completely flat terrain then.
Yeah, that wasn't flat, but whatever. Danger's my middle name.
Sorry, the two roots that stuck up there.
We just got done going uphill. Look at these cows. These cows like live on a slant. One leg is longer than the other. Hey guys. You ready for the Christmas concert? I swear that same herd was outside my window last night. Just standing there watching me, bells ring. It's like, what are they doing still standing up? Yeah. Make it stop. I hear you out there, shaking your chains.
Ask him to be let free.
Yes.
Those are whole teams. These guys are treated like,
Crap.
well, yeah, I guess it really depends.
Oh yeah?
Some dairy cows are treated like royalty.
Yeah.
Others are treated like crap.
Yeah.
Because they have to be growers more than nature.
Yep.
The Amish don't got that, That's just the Amish for you.
Let's talk smack about the Amish. They're not here.
I could talk back.
I wonder what an Amish Camino would look like. Wouldn't be St. James. Who are we going to see? Who's there?
They probably say no saints.
Brother
Saints are blasphemy.
Jacob. Jacob.
Buen Camino.
Okay. This is getting dumb, folks. We're going to tune out for now, but we'll tune back in when we have something smarts to say. Well, folks, we're back. As you can tell, the conversation hasn't improved. Either has the view.
The IQ is still
Yeah, it's dropping. As we go up, the IQ goes down. And yeah, we're slowly going uphill still, down a road, towards the windmills. Those damn windmills, how they mock us.
I hate windmills.
Far. All happy, spinning, and already on top of the hill. Yeah, those windmills.
I love windmills.
But yeah, other than that, everything's hunky-dory. The sun's out.
guns out.
Guns out, not yet, but our moods grow. Again, it's very sunny. We're happy to be alive and looking forward to getting off the road alive as well. So we'll tune back in when everything changes for the better. Oh yeah, so much for that theory. A lot of hill today, folks. Gradual hills, but hills nonetheless, and they don't stop. Every day is like that hike to Osabrero, on top of the hike to Osabrero, on top of that hike to Osabrero, if we were to compare it to the Frances. I need an Aquarius like nobody's business.
Primitivo.
It's like a dance. Slow. Faster. That's like in the tree. Tree fan. Okay. Spain is so progressive. They put fans in their woods, but not in their albergues. Because that's a pilgrimage.
Necesito sufrir.
Well, folks, I finally met my biggest fan. You stink! Was that lame?
Jump off the hill.
That was lame. Anyways, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's all I got. Buen camino. Well, folks, we're at Alto de Sabo. De Sabo?
Acebo.
Asabo. Acebo. How do you spell it?
A-C-E-B-O.
Acebo. Here we are, folks, at the top of Alta de Do. A deer?
D-O. Acebo.
Folks, I have no idea where we are. Either there's my furry friend over here.
Alto de Acebo.
Oh, they say the hearing's the first to go. No, they don't. No one says that.
It's sense of taste.
Yeah, it's sensitive. Yeah. Well, folks, it has turned into a really, really beautiful day today here in Alto do Sabo Acebo. Alto do Acebo. Okay.
Alto de Acebo.
And I'm really excited to be here. It's finally leveled out though, much like my blood sugar, but it's been one like long climb today, folks, and it's no joke. It's off-roading hills. Whew. Yeah, and that's why I've only caught so much video, because it was a two-stick kind of day. But I think moving forward, we're gonna see a little bit more of a gradual incline, and then it's down into town, methinks. It should take us roughly about 2.5 hours to get where we're going. But I'll pop back in a bit once I get in front of this guy. Well, folks, we made it. We're at the 166.098 marker, and we've entered Galicia. Unbeknownst to us, we're settling in Galicia. It was the most anticlimactic entry into another region I've ever experienced. Aside from that slight tingle up there, and possibly urinating myself a little. Other than that, didn't feel much. But we are in Galicia now, and we're getting ever so closer to, the end of the line. If you count Santiago, the end of the line. I don't, however, and I'll be moving on to Mushi after that. You know that already. Okay. Buen camino. Hill folk. Yeah. I agree.
That's where my zen comes in.
I agree. Well, we are in Galicia. What's up, Bart?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
We made it to Galicia.
Yeah, that was back there, the first marker. I didn't realize you were pointing to me. I was like, is there something I should be taking a picture of? That's why I took out my camera.
One of my favorite movies, Into the West.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
It's not the West.
Right.
It's the one about Tinker Boys and a mystical horse in Ireland.
Oh, I don't know that one at all.
It's not a flying mystical horse. It's my favorite movie.
Well, we're talking about movies. Yeah, that is primitive. You know, clunky and chunky. Hola. Albergue. Oh yeah, that weird water tower. There's a lot of those. It's like reminds you of Seattle when you see those.
So when you got into town yesterday, was it a really sharp climb going into town the last 200 meters?
Yes,
What?
right off the highway, right?
Well, I didn't do that.
Oh,
Because you stayed at that hotel and it's
Operation Yellow.
Oh yeah, you have no idea because you probably do actually. If you drove by the trailhead, you see it goes right up in the dirt.
Was it really hard?
That's where I fell. Was on that, and it wasn't because of it being so tough. I was filming as I was climbing, so I kicked like a rock and went down. And I've been telling people on my video that it's going to happen eventually because a few times I caught myself, but I never took a digger like that. And then finally, yeah,
I could hike all day long in pine forest.
yeah,
Smell of it.
smell the air. Yeah, it's very refreshing.
I think they just planted that here to tease us.
I know. Just give us 10 degrees of coolness. Okay. Can't be that far. It's that far.
It's your new civilization.
Yeah. Well, folks, I kind of screwed up. I thought I was booked in this next town. I'm not in Fonsagrada. my whole morning has been one big lie. I actually booked with an albergue. Let's see, about 4 kilometers away. Did you hear that? Anyways, about 4 kilometers away. It had the name of this town in the title of the albergue, which is pretty cheeky if you ask me. So I bet this mistake happens a lot. So, and another thing on top of that is I put the name of it into Google Maps and it takes me to this place in town where it's obviously not. So I don't know, it's very confusing. This could happen to you as well. And I ended up just calling the albergue and saying, hey, what's your location? So imagine my surprise when they told me I still had like 2.5 more miles to walk. When I was really, you know, it's like anything else on the Camino. But here we go. And this is great. You know, I walked with so many people this morning. It got to a point where it was exhausting. I loved every minute of it. Don't get me wrong. But it's just like, I wanted to film and spend a little more time with you guys, but I didn't. You know, it is what it is. So it was kind of like a little blessing in disguise to have to walk on a couple more miles. I mean, look at this. And it's going to give me a head start tomorrow, or I could sleep later if I wanted to catch up with my friend, you know, stick around town for another, or stay in bed for another half an hour, which I definitely won't do because I'll be staying in an albergue tonight. And I like to be the first one out the door there, unless there's breakfast. I've kind of taken it a little bit slower. I used to be much more intense on my first couple of Caminos where I'd be out the door before breakfast. It's like, screw breakfast. But now, you know, I'm coming to the end. I'm only like 9 days or 8 days away from Santiago. Granted that I'll have 4 or 5 more days to get to Muxia. But I'm feeling that I'm coming to an end of this trip finally. And so I'm trying to like savor every moment. So if I have to walk a little more, no biggie. And if I have to wait a little longer before I leave in the morning and hang out with other people or meet new people, darn. Noise canceling earbuds in. Headphones. I know there's music playing somewhere. I just can't tell where it's coming from. I think anyways, it's definitely not my headphones. So yeah, heading that way. I'm gonna try to film some more. So yay, bonus footage, or at least footage. In comparison to yesterday, I barely gave you anything, guys, and I apologize for that. It's too bad because they've all been like this. However, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know how much I could have because it was a lot of uphill today. A lot of uphill. And it looks like, though I have to hike another couple of miles, almost 3 miles I'm thinking, there is another hill I'm gonna have to do. Not too excited about that. I thought I was done with them for today because there are a lot of hills. But I'm told yet again, once I get to the top of the hill, like, don't worry, man, it's all easy for the rest of the way down from the, rest down to Santiago from here. It's easy peasy. But they tell me that at the end of every day. And again, I'm one of those people that I just don't want to know. I don't want to know what I'm in for that day, but you always end up finding out. Someone always ends up bringing it up. I just rather not know. I need to sleep at night. And not knowing until I cross that bridge is just, it's the way I roll. It's the way I roll. Anyways, folks, I'm going to be popping back in. I need to check my battery, though, and make sure that I still got enough juice on this so I can actually find the place. I do have my battery, so fear not. I might just have to plug it in. But, yeah, look at these horses. Hey, guys. Hola, chicos. Anyways, I'll check back in soon.
And now we walk.
I think I'm going to be very much alone on the rest of this hike. I don't think I'll see any other pilgrims. I believe they all stopped in that last town. So I'm curious to see who went on, or the new people I'm going to meet. It should be weird. Got these two like fitness walkers behind me. Just see them chatting up a storm. They're not pilgrims. Gee, if the rest of the way is like this, there was a little bit of a hill, but should probably be like 30 minutes out. And this is beautiful. I would have loved starting this in the morning, if it's like a nice morning. But it's a nice way to finish the day too. to a ferreteria or a hardware store and look for something close to super glue. I want to try to fix my lens cap for my phone case. Broke off in that fall and just feels weird without it. I feel exposed and vulnerable. So, I mean, yeah, maybe that's what the Camino is all about, right? Hard to say. But, yeah, I want to try to get that cap back on there. It's also my, one of my shoes. I'm having some issues with one of the seals on the side of the tread. They've just been abused. Really abused on the Primitivo, which is great. I love my Topos and I want to put them through the, everything, see what they can do and what they can't do. And Norte Primitivo might have been a little too much for them. I don't know. So, we'll see what they look like when I'm done. Ideally, I'd like to find something silicone or something like shoe goo, like we have back in the States. Might be able to fix some of that up, but if I'm gonna hike on a mushi, I gotta make sure my shoes are still gonna make it. But if you wanna abuse a pair of cross trainers, whew, Norte and the Primitivo is where it's at. When we get to Santiago, I'll do a video where we look at my shoes. Okay, folks, I'm gonna put you away for a little bit while I look at my map, make sure I'm going the right way. Welcome to Galicia. There we go, folks. It's a nice wide path on the side of the road. This isn't bad. Oh, this is the divide me and my friend Bart saw today from way across the way. And we were wondering what this divide, it looked like a reverse mohawk on the mountain. And I was speculating it was for power lines. However, I don't see power lines. I do going across the other way, but then he was thinking it might be a fire trail, like in the US. But no, it's a picnic area. It's a primitive picnic area. We got my walk down here. Oh, looks like I'm going to be walking down here. Wait, now there's two. Ooh. There's also a marker over there going up that way. I'm gonna have to look at my map, folks, but I'll talk to you in a bit. There it is, folks. That's the albergue I'm staying at tonight, but there's a fence around it, and I'm coming at it in a weird way. I could have stayed on the road and taken a direct path to it, but I saw this path going, that other Camino across, well, the other part of the Camino that went across the street. I decided to follow that up, assuming it would drop me out near the albergue, and on the map, there it is, near the albergue, but you know what? It looks like it's gonna spit me out on the street anyways. Yes, okay, this is good. But for a second I was like, man, do I have to bushwhack my way across and hop a fence?
Necesito sufrir.
That 2.5 miles went by pretty fast. Now I need to remember to do some shoe repair. I need to put some cloth patches on parts of my shoes, and laundry up, of course. I was hoping to do laundry at the laundromat in the last town. I knew there was a laundromat there because the night before I saw a poster for the laundry, and I was looking for. I thought it was advertising laundry in the last town I was at. It wasn't. It was for the last town today I was at that I thought I was staying at. So I was like, no problem, I'll do laundry tonight. But it's okay. I have like 1 or 2 more shirts I think I can get away with, and another pair of underwear if I need to. push it another night, but I think I'm gonna be good. I think I'll be able to do laundry here.
Indeed.
By hand for sure, but I see some clotheslines and the sun is out finally, so I'm not too worried. Now I think this is where the other path came out. I think that's the other part of the Camino right there. Remember when it went on both sides of the street? Broke off on it.
Albergue Piñeiral Fonsagrada.
And here we go. Okay, folks. I think you're ready to check in this place. Being that it's a weird part of the stage, there might not be that many people. This place might be all mine. Might be like a Scooby-Doo episode. Shell Toucher takes on, the Phantom of Albergue 42 or something. Where I have to demask old man Switters, the town, ice cream truck driver. I don't know. You know what I mean, though. That could happen here. Although I do see cars. I'm not really sure what to expect. We're gonna find out. Sometimes it is worth booking ahead because you make mistakes like this, and now you're gonna meet a whole new cast of people. So maybe it was meant to be. Here we are. Opinioral. That's just tough to say. Opinioral. You're entitled to your own opinion. Never mind. Folks, I'm gonna check in. I'll get back to you in a little bit when I figure out what the hell's going on. Until then, buen camino. Here we go, folks. This is the reason why your carry ass looks for you. Now we take shower. But yeah, luckily this one has a hook in it, but if it didn't, like the other ones, S hook. It's about time.
Thank you so much for tuning in to yet another episode of Misadventures of a Shell Toucher. Join me next week for day 8, 8, for those paying attention, as we journey from Fonsagrada to Ocadavo Baleira. Yeah, sure to be another scorcher, so you better tune in. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, fellow pilgrims.
Buen camino.